Every trading day begins long before most traders even open their charts. When the world is quiet and volatility seems to sleep, the market is already writing its next story. That quiet beginning is the Asian session. It is the smallest of the major sessions, but it sets the foundation for everything that follows. Tokyo, Singapore, and Sydney provide the first liquidity of the day, and that liquidity begins to shape how price behaves for the rest of the global cycle. During this time, volatility tends to be contained. The market moves slowly, often within tight ranges. To many traders, it may seem like nothing important is happening. But beneath that calm surface, liquidity is forming layer by layer. Orders are being placed, stop levels are being positioned, and institutions are testing interest at key levels. Banks and professional traders use the Asian session to position for the day ahead. They monitor which pairs are active, which are quiet, and where liquidity pools begin to build. This period provides essential information about market sentiment before London opens. For example, when a currency pair drifts higher during the Asian hours with stable volume, it often signals that buyers are quietly accumulating positions. When a range tightens and volume fades, it can mean the market is waiting for a catalyst, usually London. The Asian session is also when liquidity providers start setting the tone for spreads and depth. They observe early flows from exporters, hedge funds, and central banks in the region. These subtle adjustments prepare the market for the flood of orders that will come once Europe wakes up. Then, as London approaches, everything begins to change. Liquidity increases, volatility expands, and the tight ranges that formed overnight often give way to breakouts. The balance built in Asia becomes the fuel that London uses to move the market. Traders who understand this relationship can see opportunity where others see stillness. By observing how pairs behave overnight, you can anticipate where pressure is building, where stops may be clustered, and which levels are likely to attract movement once volume increases. At Vestra, we encourage traders to treat every session as part of a larger rhythm. The Asian session provides structure. London brings energy. New York adds direction. Each session influences the next, creating a continuous cycle of liquidity and opportunity. When you learn to read these transitions, you begin to understand how the market truly breathes. You stop chasing moves and start recognizing the patterns that form before they happen. Trading is not only about reacting, it is about awareness, knowing when the market is preparing to move and when it is resting. The Asian session teaches that waiting can be just as valuable as acting. Every trader has access to the same charts, but not everyone reads the rhythm behind them. The ones who do see the flow of liquidity before it turns into motion. Trading involves risk, and returns are never guaranteed. But understanding how each session shapes the next helps you approach the market with greater awareness, balance, and insight. At Vestra, we believe that true knowledge is what connects patience with opportunity. Content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. FSP number 54718.